G'day traders, welcome to wrap up of Wednesday, November 30th. If you saw the pre-market, let me just quickly show you there. This is like a couple of hours before the market opened. You can see massive buyers there, so definitely a whole heap of buyers around. And the kind of day where you just want to stick with the buyers, and a day where even if it starts to pull back, the chances are the buyers are just going to keep coming at this market all day long. We're in a fairly new buyers trend. We're coming out of a massive sell trend, so there's a whole new wave of buyers coming through. It's not just like it's profit takers pushing the market up, it's brand new buyers and they're coming in quite strong. So this particular day, it's very hard to take sells, and it's the kind of day where, because we've got that extension on the daily chart, a day where it looks like the buyers are really trying to break out and push up. It's the kind of day where you just want to stick with the buyers and you just don't expect the sellers to come in much at all. So that's kind of what happened here. You can see at the open, just pull back a touch, and then we've pushed up really quite quickly through three power points, then pull back here. So this particular area here, probably one of the best spots of the day. Great value this power point. However, what I would say is it's probably best not to just sit on a limit order here in these type of trades. Like you can see, it's almost pushed through and stopped out. So this particular area here, the market's pulling back. Eventually, it's going to head back up. But it could have, if it wanted to, just pull back a little bit here. Like we got a bit of support there, which is exactly where it turned around. But you're best off here, just waiting for it to come back. Once you get the support of the other markets, so that's why we watch the other markets. When you start to see green on the other markets, then start to go with this trade. And it would have been a lot better value sitting around here as opposed to sitting at the limit order a bit earlier on. But overall, this area, great little pullback. Looked to push the market higher, which is what it did. Pushed up higher. Once we got up here, we're basically just looking for a pullback now to get back on the buy side. So ideally, we want something to pull back, almost break this support now. Even back to 12.30, that would be a great spot then for a new wave of buyers to come through. But from there, the market's pretty much just gone sideways. Here we had a bit of a 5-minute buy come at this stage here, but like I said before, it wasn't quite enough of a pullback. This pullback's quite shallow. And there was already indicators that it was starting to go a little bit sideways, so not the best of areas. Need a bit more of a pullback to really get on there. All through lunchtime, the market's gone sideways. Pretty much had a lot of its moves in the morning session. Then from there, I guess the only other opportunity for the afternoon, after having a very slow middle section, came in this section here. Just try and bring that up there for you. Okay, so the market's pulled back, the market's come up here. Ideally, what I was looking for here is the market just to pull back a little bit more here. So the predictor was just going to cross to the downside. So it's basically the market reloading and then getting this power point down a little bit lower, so it presents a little bit more value, and then looking for the market to push up. So this area here, if the market had to pull down almost to this area again, or even to 12.33, would have been a great buy opportunity. So like I said at the beginning of the day, looking for buyers, and the chance where the buyers were going to come and look to push up and go for the highs again. It just came, without a bit of warning here, and just need a bit more of a pullback to get on it. But something to definitely look out for future reference. And then the end there, you can see the market just pushed up and ended up breaking previous day's highs, which was sitting at about 12.41, and just went higher and higher, and pretty much panned out as we would expect. So I just got the 5-minute chart up here now. Just the one official opportunity of the day, and that was that one there just before lunchtime that I talked about on the 1-minute chart. So you can see the overall the area is not too bad. It's pushed up, pulled back. We're in a buyer's market, so typically not a bad area to go back and look for higher highs. Just the pullback wasn't quite deep enough. I'm looking for a bit more of a pullback to that to get on what we call a high percentage trade. We then push through lunch. At any stage here, looking for the market to pull back, pull back quite decently, maybe even to that 12.30, which I talked about in the 1-minute charts, and then look to get back on and take a buys. But in the end, the market just pretty much floated sideways and didn't really have any power. It was about here where we saw this pullback here, and at this stage here, looking for this predictive just to cross down and then maybe get a bit more pressure as it pushed back to the upside. So I guess this area here was the only other real kind of chance, but nothing really came of it. So overall, quite a sideways days with your best chance earlier on in the day, and maybe this chance here. What we're seeing lately is these markets look like they might be slowing up a bit. It's only early days yet, and that they they could continue to get head of steam, but it's looking like they might be slowing down. So the thing to remember in these kind of situations is stick to your plan. Just the opportunities might just be a little bit rarer, so you just have to make sure you take your opportunities, but you don't want to be going around and changing your plan, like reducing stops or increasing stops or anything like that. At the end of the day, this strategy based around the PowerPoints and with a 5-6 tick stop out and then going for anywhere between 2 to 3 points works really well in all markets. David's proven to make money in all markets, so even though we're getting a bit of a changing market now, just see it as an opportunity to learn what different markets do, because at the end of the day you want to be an all-round trader where you can make money in all types of markets. So no need to change anything drastically, just understand that as the market changes you just might have to be a little bit more on your toes and definitely take the opportunities when they present themselves. Righto, so that's a wrap up.